morning, everybody. So it's time again for another face of the day, but this face of the day is going to be a little bit different because it's going to be kind of a tutorial slash instructional video. I'm not going to be applying the makeup live, but I will be giving you instructions on how to recreate this look. And I also use mostly drugstore products except for a few things, so let's get started. So today I actually decided to put on some foundation instead of just my regular tinted moisturizer, and right now I have on my Maybelline Dream Nude Air Foam foundation in natural beige or shade 240. So I really like this foundation because it goes on really smoothly, it blends in really nicely with my skin, and it's very, very lightweight. And then I just set my foundation with my Physicians Formula Happy Booster Glow and Mood Boosting Powder in beige. And once again, this was given to me by my friend Jada, aka JC Heart Pink. Thank you so much. I contoured my cheeks with my Bahama Mama bronzer from The Balm. This is my absolute favorite bronzer. It's a matte brown bronzer and the color is just perfect for my skin tone. So I just use my angled Eco Tools brush and just apply it here first and then kind of blend it in to my desired intensity. The blush that I have on is the NYC Cheek Glow Blush, which is part of their City Sweets collection for spring, and this is shade number 658 or Chelsea Coral. So it's a really pretty tangerine slash coral blush, and it's pretty pigmented, and I just use my Eco Tools blush brush and just dab that in there and kind of apply that here on the apples of my cheeks and blend it out towards the hairline. But some people prefer to actually start at the hairline and then blend it towards the front, but that's just how I apply my blush, just like that. Now for my cheek highlight, I just use my favorite go-to highlight, Mary Luminizer from The Balm. And for my highlight, I usually just use my finger and tap that in there and tap it on the top of my cheek and then kind of blend it out with my index finger, just like that. And then I also use the same highlight for my brow bone. We're finally going to move on to the eyes, which is obviously the part that took the most work. But guys, believe it or not, I did all this in under 20 minutes because I'm under like a 30-minute time constraint to get ready for work. But yeah, enough talk. For my eyes, I primed with my Urban Decay Primer Potion in Sin. I decided to use this because it's kind of shimmery and I wanted my eyes to have a shimmery base. And as you may know, I've been loving this mint trend lately, so I decided to use my Maybelline Color Tattoo in Edgy Emerald or shade number 50. And this is what it looks like, and I just used my index finger and applied that all over my lids, and this served as a cream base for my powder eyeshadows, and it really made the powder eyeshadow last a lot longer, as you can see. So for the shadows on the most part of my lid, I used my Coastal Scents 88 Original palette, and they claimed that the shadows in this palette are matte, but they're actually not. A lot of the shadows have kind of a satiny finish, so that's what they look like on your lid. And for the most part of my lid, I used this, I don't even remember which one I used. I think I used this color right here, the second to the last blue color. And it looks kind of blue-green on my lids, mainly because I used that Edgy Emerald as a base. So that's all over my lid. I just used my eyeshadow brush to pat that color on. And then here on the inner corners of my eye and blend it upwards into the crease and kind of blend it a little bit also into that darker aqua shade. I use this satiny mint color right here. So see, it's so pretty. And I also use the same brush, just applied that on the inner corners and kind of blended it upwards into the crease and a little bit into my lid. After that, I took my favorite angled Eco Tools crease brush and this Essence Single Shadow in shade number 44, or it's up to you. So it's a shimmer effect eyeshadow, and if you've watched my previous videos, you might have seen the shadow already. That's what it looks like. It's just a really pretty bright neon tangerine color. almost coral as well. So I just used my angled brush and dabbed that in and kind of applied that shadow just above the crease and blended it inward in a windshield wiper motion into that mint color, just like that. So this color is coming off a little bit light, so you kind of have to build it up. There. For the lower lid or lower lash line, you can kind of see the purple there. So first I used my Wet n Wild Idle Eyes Cream Shadow Pencil in shade number 133 or Techno. Love this. It's just really pretty. It's coming off kind of sheer, but it kind of just gives you that pearly duotone effect. I usually just use this as a base because it doesn't set. So on top of that, I applied this pinky purple eyeshadow from my Tokidoki Chromatico palette in a dew. I got this from Sephora on Black Friday. It was only $10. So that's what the front looks like, and I used that eyeshadow. And I just used a smudge brush and just tapped that color on top of that cream pencil. For the black liner on my upper lash line, no surprise, I used my Maybelline Master Precise Felt Tip Liner in black. And I love how dark it can be. But the thing I don't like about it is when you like draw on your lid, it kind of skips some areas. So you have to kind of fill in those parts. Like you can kind of see there that it skipped some parts and it's kind of faded a little bit from the time that I applied it. So I've been wearing this makeup for about 12 hours now. So guys, if you're not in a hurry and you have a whole lot of time to actually line your upper lash line or whatever, I recommend using a cream liner so you don't end up with a crooked line like this. But, you know, I was in a hurry, so that's what it looks like. Now for this purple thing on your bottom lash line, make sure you wing it out and kind of connect it to the wing on your upper lash line, as you can see right there. So there's some kind of continuity. Did I just say right there? I'm beginning to sound very southern. Mascara. I used the L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black Mascara last night, so my lashes are a little bit thicker than usual because I wanted them to kind of stand out because my eyeshadows are kind of light and I did not apply mascara on my lower lashes. Last but not least, and also not the least expensive, but actually the most expensive product that I used for this look is my lipstick. And it is MAC's Real Sexy Lipstick, part of their In Extra Dimension line for spring or summer. I don't even know. That's what it looks like in the tube. But I was trying to find a dupe for you guys, and this is what I found. So can you tell which one is Real Sexy? Yeah. This one is Real Sexy. It's a little bit brighter and a lot more neon. And that one right beside it is shade number 903C from the Wet n Wild Mega Last lipstick line. So it's a little bit more flat or matte, and MAC is kind of creamier. When you apply it on your lips, you really can't tell the difference, guys. And I really love these Mega Last lipsticks. The pigmentation, the color payoff, just really good lipsticks in general. So if you think about it, $14.50 versus $1.99, $1.99. But if you don't want to wear a lipstick and you're more of a gloss kind of girl, I would recommend this Essence XXL Shine Lip Gloss in Sparkling Papaya. It's so pretty and it smells so good, and it's also only $1.99, and you can grab it at Ulta. And it's just really, really pretty color. It complements this lipstick just perfectly, but when you apply it without the lipstick, it does come off kind of sheer. It just makes your lips look really healthy and plump and shimmery and delicious. So that was my face of the day, guys, with instructions. I hope you liked it. And if you're wondering what I have on my nails, I just have the Wet n Wild Fast Dry Nail Polish in shade number 227C called Teal or No Teal, and I think this was part of the Flora or Fauna set that I got, and it's really kind of pretty. I just didn't like it because I had to pile on layers after coats because at first it comes off really, really sheer. I gotta give credit though for the person who inspired me to create this look. Her name is Miss JBM22 on YouTube, and she created a look using similar colors, but it was more high-end and more like flashy and super awesome looking. If you want to check her out, please do. I'll post a link down below. Thank you so much for watching today, guys. I will see you again soon. Bye!